Hello and welcome. This is a tutorial really just for one person, Shirley Taylor. She placed this request on the Facebook group Affinity Photo Tutorials, and she basically said, "Hi, hoping someone can help me please. I have been trying to follow a tutorial on how to brighten an image. I have clicked on the channel tab and I have right clicked on Composite Red for the pop-up window to appear. I have tried and tried, but no pop-up window. Any ideas, please?" Now, I've been trying to help her, and we've been messaging backwards and forth. And I did ask her to send me a link to the tutorial. And the only thing is, what she has posted is a picture of a written tutorial, which is very hard to make out, but I think I pretty much worked out what they're asking to do. The only sort of problem I had was trying to get this image that they're using. They do have a link here, and I have been trying, and the closest I can get to it, I think this might be the one, but I'm not 100% certain that this is the image that she's been working with. So basically it's a case of trying to lighten the image using channels. Now, there are more than one way to lighten images, and channels is not necessarily something I would personally go down, but we're going to try and stick to this tutorial and see if I can recreate it. Now, I will say at the outset that I'm not having problems getting this pop-up menu to appear, and I've tried it on pixel layers, image layers. I've tried it in version 1 and version 2 of Affinity Photo and not had a problem with it, so I can't solve that side of things. I'm not 100% certain why she's having a problem, but I can at least with this tutorial show her what should be happening. So I've got this image, and then the next part of this is to open the channels tab. So if I go to this image, and channels tab is down here, so then you've got like composite red, green and what have you, and then pixel selection, and this is basically where you have to sort of right click on the composite red. Now, before I go too further, in this layer here next to this icon, there's a checkerboard black icon, white and black icon. This denotes that this is a pixel layer. Now, if this was an image layer, and like if I brought this in by the place command, for example, it'd be the same picture, but it would be an image layer, and the icon here would be different. Now, it needs to be a pixel layer to do the selection part of this later on. So if you do have an image layer rather than a pixel layer, you will need to rasterize it first, and you can do that by right clicking and coming down to rasterize. But as mine is already a pixel layer, I do not need to worry about this. So making sure that this layer is the layer that is selected and highlighted, we will come back to the tutorial part of this, and then they say like right click on the words composite red and click on load to pixel selection. So I'll come down to here, this layer is selected, I'll right click on the, well, in this case it's called, there we go, composite red, and then you should get this. This is the menu that Shirley is not getting, but come to load to pixel selection, and what this is doing is selecting sort of the red parts of the image. Now, the next part of this tutorial is so they select load to pixel selection, and then they want you to invert the selection. Now they've got here like Control or Command plus Shift and I, which is the shortcut. You can also do it from the select menu, come to invert pixel selection. There you can see it's Control Shift I, but you can also do it from the channels tab, because it's down here and the pixel selection layer is now here, and one of the options here is to invert. So when you click on this, what is now being selected is like not the red layers pixels, it's all the others. So coming back to the next part of this is they want you to duplicate the selection. So you can do this with Command or Control J. So if I press Control J now, we will get a new layer, and I can now press Control and D to get rid of the selection areas. And then coming back to the tutorial, let's move this up a bit here, so you can see Control and D to get rid of the selection. And so the first step is changing the blend mode of this newly made layer from normal to screen. So it's currently on normal, and I'll put this on to screen, and as you can see, if I just turn this on and off, how that has lightened the image. Now the next part here, I really can't go beyond this point because obviously I have no idea what is on page 82, but they've got here, click on the blend range icon to look at the, it looks at the gears. So basically what they're asking to do here is, with that new layer selected, you can click on this icon up here which is the blend options, and then you will get this panel, and you can sort of fiddle around with how these layers blend together. So you could get a whole new image out, but obviously I have no idea what they're going to ask you to do in the next part of that tutorial, but it'll be something along these lines. So that is the original. I mean, obviously because I changed the blend modes, blend range on that, that has not really made too many great changes. Let's try moving that one down like that and see how much difference that has made. Yeah, so it's made it lighter, but not as bright as it was when it was just the screen. Now I've changed the blend range, it has made it just slightly lighter. I'm guessing they're going to do something like that in the next page in that tutorial. So like I said, I can't really help Shirley with the problem of the right mouse button options not working, and there doesn't seem to be sort of a menu equivalent to getting this selection other than the right mouse clicking. So I really can't help her with that side of it, but at least I can hopefully show her the direction of where I think this tutorial is going. So thank you and goodbye.